Hello, hello. This is the interview with Managela. I'm in the studio with the chairman of the Ambazonian Educational School Board. His name is Reverend John. So I'm going to get him in. Good to see you again, Reverend John. Good to see you. So,
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Manajala, once again to be on your show, the interview. It's a great pleasure. Thank you so much. Thanks to your viewers. Thanks to ACN viewers. Thanks to the Ambazonian people, those who are tuning in.
thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about some certain things which I'm gonna let you to broke it down for us. And so number one question, the number one thing I will do, I might there's a video
So this is
that
Nakubu.
I would like to play it so you can listen to it and maybe you respond to that video. Okay, studio, can you help and play me that video?
So this is Nakubu. He's coming into the grandstand. Nakubu, Packard, Colonel, Commander. So they are coming into the grandstand.
Who is commanding road forces at 88th Military Infantry Battalion of 80th of Amba is already here. And at that also, General Kumbu, assisted by John Tokagan. I am telling you, Colonel Jago Jago, who is commanding the 88th Military Infantry Battalion of Banten Jelly Base Camp. They are already at Banten.
Oh, Comrade John, can you respond to that? Do you have anything?
That's wonderful. I want to just seize this opportunity to thank our brave, valiant, patriotic volunteers who are holding the line. They have given up everything. They've given up their lives, to make sure that homeland is secure, that we have a place we can proudly call home. I just want to doff my heart to them. I want to salute them, and 21 gun salute to them for their bravery. You can see from the video the enthusiasm that they carry, the skills that they possess. You can see from their dressing, they are well dressed. That's an army, a responsible army dressed. We are not terrorists. That's an army, as the people's army, well dressed. And when you look at the background, you can see the amount of preparation that went in to get this 1st of October celebration to a point of admiration. You can see the decoration of the stand, and the people, the population that came out to support them and to cheer them up as they showcase their military prowess, as they showcase what they hold. That's the military. That's the military. And you could see them marching majestically, well dressed in their uniforms, heading up to the grandstand, braving all odds. It's not an easy environment. You might look at it as they march, freely, and you think that is easy. And so I want to call on the people on the ground and those in the diaspora to come to speed, to support these acts of bravery, to support them give them what they need to be able to do more to defend homeland. So we had a very, 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 very beautiful 1st of October celebration 2025. It's memorable. It has gone down in history. And all these records, they are in records. And so when independence come, we will celebrate with them. We will recognize them. We'll make them the great people of Ambazonia. They will enjoy the fruits of their labor. For those of them that will make it through, because being at the war front, your life is not guaranteed, and so we will recognize them, we will decorate them, we will remember them. Those that have gone before them untimely, we will set monuments, we will raise monuments to honor them and to give them their rightful place. Their families will rejoice. And so we are calling on the generals to please just keep records of those that are falling in battle, so that when full independence comes, we will be able to recognize them, we'll be able to honor them, and give them their place in the Amazonian land, and compensate their generation, their families, those that have left, women and children. We will be able to cater for them. I say this is a responsible army. We are not terrorists. We are an army. This is in broad daylight, in a grandstand, and so we celebrate them. Thank you so much, Manajara.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Reverend John. Thank you. It was not only great, it was successful, real successful.
Yeah.
We didn't have any dates, nothing on the ground. Everybody followed the order, and that was great. It was great, beautiful, beautiful. I really love what happened down on the ground, to show that we are all responsible people. Ambazonians are responsible people. We are not just people just loose. No, we are not loose. And we did a thing. So thank you. So I'll go to the second video. I want to play the second video, for them to play the second video, and then after that, you have to talk about that, to analyze it for us. So please, studio, will you play for the alliance? Yeah. What do you make it of it? But I will let it play first, then I'll ask you.
Fellow countrymen and women, this is a pivotal moment in the quest for our freedom. We have heard you, we have listened, we have understood, and we have engaged in what you have asked us to do. That is to wholeheartedly join forces with other movements in order to push our liberation fight across the line. It is in this regard that I come to you to announce that, based on shorter diplomacy between Oslo Prison and Kundengi, your leader of the Liberation War, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, has had numerous discussions and have come to an agreement with IG. And as such, the leadership of the IG and the leadership of the Ambazonia Governing Council, Siseko Ayub Tabi and Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, have instructed and bestowed upon the leadership out of prison, the Vice President of the IG, VP Yerima, and your humble self, the Vice President of the Ambazonia Governing Council, to begin work on the technical operationalization of an alliance that has been formed between the two leading movements of the Ambazonia War of Independence, with the leadership of Comrade Ayub Tabi aligning with the leadership of Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba and vice versa. This is a pivotal moment to push the revolution forward. We are going to collaborate in all areas, from diplomacy, community mobilization, self-defense, humanitarian, and every other aspect of the revolution that touches on the Ambazonian people. We call on you to pray, to support this new collaborative effort, this new alliance formed between the IG and the Ambazonian Governing Council. We are very hopeful that we have listened to you properly and the mistakes of the past will never surface again.
Okay, Reverend John, let me say what Dr. Nye just said about the announcement of the alliances. I want you, what is your take on that? What do you make of this alliance? Can you, in your own opinion, or about to educate our Amazonian people, what do you think about it?
Thank you, Manajala, for this wonderful opportunity given to me to be able to expatiate on this collaborative platform. This is something long overdue. We have worked on this over and over, and so like the saying goes, Rome was not built in one day, and so it takes time. It takes time. We come from various different backgrounds. We come from various levels of understanding. We come from various levels of doing things, and so dealing with human beings sometimes is complex, and it takes a lot of work, and a lot of work has gone in. A lot of background work has gone in to get to where we are today. Many attempts have been made in the past, and it did not fructify. And so we just give God all the glory. We give God all the praise for that. This has seen the day of life. I'm one of those adepts, and I praise God that I live to see this happen. This is the best thing that has ever happened in our revolution. It's a milestone. It's a great milestone that the Ambazonian revolution has taken, and we just want to thank the leaders for their wisdom and a thought out process to be able to come up with this collaborative platform. A collaborative platform for the Ambazonia, for the prosecution of the War of Independence of Ambazonia between the IGK and the Ambazonian Governing Council.
Yes.
I will just throw light on the operatives, because this is a document. It's a declaration, and the operatives has to be put in place. The framework has to be put in place, and I'll just say the framework, that the structural framework that has to go in for this to see light and bear fruit. We have the Joint Command Center, like the Vice President just elucidated in his presentation. Establish a unified command structure for strategic decision making. A joint command. We will have a joint command that will be able to manage such collaborative platform. We have a communication network. We will unite our communication specialists to be able to come up with a communication network, implement secure communications that channel for real-time information sharing. So nothing escape us and no confusion comes in through. We have during this structural framework, we have intelligence sharing. We exchange intelligence on the enemy's movement and strategy. You know, no one group claims to have it all. So, they are prosecuting the revolution. We are prosecuting the revolution. And these two very important groups, original groups, I will call them, these are the originals of the revolution. Siseko Ayoktabe did a lot before he was arrested, and taken into La Public jails. We have the operational coordination that has to come in place, a unified military strategy. We will come up with a unified military strategy, develop a cohesive military plan, leveraging each group strength. Each group has its own strength. We will bring those strengths together, put them together. Two heads are better than one, we say always. So we'll bring all our military strategies and bring them together, and think we will get a dynamite that will shake La Republic. We will have joint operations, conduct, coordinate military operations, maximizing resource utilization. There will be no duplication of usage of resources, and so we will maximize resources, because they use resources, we use resources when we were in two camps, and so the resources are not maximized, and so we'll have logistic support, share resources, equipment, and supply, and enhance operational efficiency. We will tap into their own efficiency. They'll tap into our own efficiency, and we'll bring up something that is great. We have diplomatic alliances. That is the third structural framework. We have the diplomatic alignment. A unified message is developing a consistent narrative for international advocacy and diplomacy. It will solve so many problems, because, IGK goes to the White House, they say their own thing, AGOC goes to the White House, they say their own thing, and maybe, they denigrate one another. And, so it makes us, before the international community, we look, that's why they talk about, we are divided. And so now the forces are unified. And so we can unify our messaging, develop a consistent narrative for the international advocacy and diplomacy, which is very important. So we would go with one voice, and we would talk with one voice, and send the right message. We have international coalition building, jointly engage with international partners to build support. We have been going in our diverse ranks, to get stakeholders like Russia, that it's a stakeholder in seeing to it that Africa gains its independence from the Western world, who have been predators to Africa. And so we will engage the international coalition building through our joint efforts, and it will definitely yield fruit. Governance and decision making is another structural framework that we will exploit. Rotating leadership, establishing a strong chairmanship or leadership structure that will move things forward even faster. You have a consensus-based decision making, foster a culture of consensus-driven decision making. We are already entering the phase of governance, the operative phase of the Ambazonian War of Independence, that will usher us into the new Ambazonia that we seek to build. And it erases this idea of this narrative that people peddle out there to say, oh, you'll be like South Sudan. This is what erases that narrative. It cancels that narrative completely. That the South Sudan narrative is erased, is cancelled. And so those who are peddling that narrative, you have been put to shame, because we're establishing, we're establishing a consensus that will get things to move forward. We have capacity building, training and capacity building, like the education department that we harness, that the egg of C is harnessing, is mentoring to bring education to our people. Capacity building will be easy through what we have put together. We are far ahead, in what we have done with the education department. So capacity building will be facilitated. Training and capacity building provides joint training programs for fighters and administrators. Like we came up with the military academy. The military academy curriculum is already, we have already developed a military academy curriculum. It is on our table. It is on the table, and we were waiting for the opportune moment to present it so that our military academy can take off. And so capacity building will be able to do joint programs and train our fighters and our administrators. We have ATLA, which is the Ambazonian Transition Liberation Movement authority, that we have to train our administrators back home. Our funds, our chiefs, we have to school them and get them to be ready for governance. We have a resource mobilization, joint mobilized resources, including funding, equipment, and personnel. We will be able, through capacity building, to do resource mobilization carefully and handle all the fundings, equipments, and personnel that will be able to foster this alliance and bring our revolution to a good success. Information management, develop a sharing information management system. We will share information and share strategies and move forward. We have accountability and transparency. A joint oversight committee will be established to ensure that accountability and transparency is top notch. It's going to be top notch because that's who we are. We are very accountable. We have that acumen. We have the acumen of accountability and transparency. It is our thing. It is something that we have. I often say, and I ask this question: the white folks, the fair-skinned people, I don't call them white people because they are not white, the fair-skinned people of the world, they don't have what they profess. They don't have it. It is not, they don't own it. What they have done, Matt Najela, is that they have taken some of these moral lessons and make it their own, like cleanliness. The white man, when he sees you throwing a paper, littering, they call it littering, it's like you have insulted him. It's like you have assaulted him. He becomes very furious. He has made it his own. It is his property. And so the white people don't have it. They don't have monopoly of accountability. They don't have the monopoly of transparency. They just make it their own, and they make it look like they make it look like we are chasing after them, whereas it is a free gift that God has given us. Cleanliness is a free gift, and they have taken it and make it their own. And so accountability and transparency is our thing, and we will bring it to perfection. We have regular audits. We will have audits, conduct regular audits of finance, operations, and decision-making processes. With this audit, we will audit our output, our military performance, how far we've gone, what we have done for the month, and so on. So this audit will give us and what kind of resources we have mobilized, to be able to purchase the sophisticated material that our brave, valiant, patriotic volunteers need to prosecute this war. We need to get into that gear of purchasing sophisticated materials for our boys. They need to have their own drones. They need to have their own snipers. We need to send people, sniper trainers, to train them in other lands, to come back and prosecute this revolution. We have the feedback mechanism implementation. Feedback system, which is very important. We will give a feedback to our population through this collaborative platform that we are moving forward and we are actualizing our independence. And so independence means independence. Thank you so much, Manajala, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, thank you, Reverend John. God, my goodness, that's a lot of work we have to do, but I know we'll do it. Yes, Papa, that is so good. Thank you for that. Thank you for telling our people what is going to be taking place. And I'm going to the third question, which is going to be the last but not the least. I would like to play the third video of the a clarification of when the lockdown ends. So please, studio, can you play that for me so our audience can watch? Please.
As we all agreed prior to the announcement of the lockdown, following consultations with the grassroots and other movements, our lockdown would expire on the 14th of October. We are therefore calling on all community schools and other private schools that have authorization and undertake the Ambazonia curriculum of education to reopen immediately after the lockdowns. The education of our kids is our priority. The education of our civilians is our priority. But to educate people in a Cameroonian colonial system that turns people into a liability, that is what Ambazonia totally rejects. And curriculum of education is based on empowering people to become an asset to themselves, to their family, to the community, and to the nation. And as such, we call on all community schools and all private schools operating within Ambazonia to resume schools once lockdown ends. We have you at heart. We understand your aspirations.
Okay. Reverend John.
Thank you once more, Manajala. We are watching the interview, and I am so privileged to be able to throw more light and to talk on these salient topics of great importance to our war of independence. Actually, yes, we called on this school shutdown during this period. I think during your panel discussion, we made allusions on that, and we explained to the Ambazonian people, which I will do again, that the reasons for which we said schools should close was first for security reasons, because the lockdown was supposed, because the La République military, or the baby killers, the terrorist La République forces are still roaming our streets, and they were to fight back. And to make sure that they oppose the lockdown. And so it was just okay and wise and a good thing, the right thing to do, to tell our kids, our students, and school managers to close down the schools for security reasons. And for other security reasons, we said, we noticed that La République du Cameroon, during this time of this electioneering, their presidential election in their country, they were trying to use our teachers and our students for political gains, for political manipulation. And so we thought it wise that we take the students and the teachers out of their way, so they do not have any of them to use them for political gains. And so those were the reasons. And third reason was that we noticed as time went on, when we launched the curriculum, the Ambazonian curriculum of education, which is the best, second to none in Africa, we noticed that people, because they want to comply, they started calling themselves community schools. And so everybody came in. When you try to check on them, they say they are community schools. They are operating as community schools, whereas they were secretly executing the colonial curriculum. And so it came to light. How did it come to light? When the GC results were proclaimed in Ambazonia. And so it dawned that, these schools were lying, that they were following the Ambazonian curriculum of education. And so to correct this, we said, let's halt the education educational institution for this time, for these 3 weeks. And when as the leader, our vice president, Dr. Nias, has said that schools are going to resume immediately after the lockdown, which is on the lockdown finishes on the 14th. The schools will resume that same week. We are planning, and we are reaching out to all educational stakeholders to comply. We don't want to use force. We don't want to use force for them to peddle another narrative. We don't want to use force. We just want people to comply. The Ambazonian curriculum of education is the future. It is the future. It is based on STEM education. It is based on STEM education, and no human being, no person with the right mind will refuse that which gives value to its people. The STEM education is that which is practiced in China, and China is blossoming in Japan, in Korea, in many other countries. And so we are calling on all educational stakeholders to comply, get hold of the Ambazonian curriculum of education, and come on board. Everything that is lacking, we have with our partners in India, because we have an educational partnership with an institution, a reputable international institution in India, who are working on our textbooks. So people are peddling a narrative to say, oh, where are the textbooks? What is the subject matter? How are we going to teach, and so on and so forth. We are working with our partners for the printing of the books. With this structure, with this alliance, this collaborative platform that has been put in place, this is the moment, because the printing of the books, the essential books that we need to use to ground our curriculum, the Ambazonian curriculum, is huge. It's about 53 million US dollars. 53 million US dollars. That's the amount to print our books, the essential books, that the Ambazonian curriculum needs to start using. We are already done with history books, science books. They don't change. Science books are not changed. The only books that change. We have the history books. We have civic books. We have other books that we are putting in place. Science books, like I said, mathematics and all other books, they do not change that much. So we just need to mobilize resources to be able to get these books out and distribute them to the Amazonian public. We are working equally to digitize the educational arena. What do we mean by digitization? Our students will not need to carry a big bag of books, full of books and heavy loading weighing on them to school. No. All they will need to carry along with them, it will be their sports equipment, like their rackets for tennis, their rackets for paddle tennis, their boots for playing football, or their jerseys for whatever. So they will only need to carry their equipment for other extracurricular activities in school. But books, they will not carry books to school. We will provide our students with tablets that all the books will be loaded upon. And when you get to school, the child will just open, the teacher that comes in, he opens the book that they need to follow with the workbooks on them. And so a child walks into class with just a tablet in the hand. That is the work that it's ongoing. That is the work that we are doing, trying to get partners to get these things done. And I'm very pretty sure we are going to get there. We are going to revolutionize education in Ambazonia. Even in some developed countries, you still see children carrying big bags of books, to school. Ambazonia, the new Ambazonia, will be a digitized classroom, where we'll have digitized blackboards, where the teacher does not need to write with a chalk on the board anymore. You have a digital pen where you write and erase immediately and prepare the ground for the next teacher to come in. So we are calling on all educational stakeholders, as soon as this lockdown is as it has been declared closed on the 14th. We are calling on all stakeholders to abide, to toe the line. We do not want to come to start closing schools and in Ambazonia for non-compliance with the curriculum. The curriculum is rich. Get hold of the curriculum, get hold of it, browse through it. If there is a problem that you have, let's work together and bring it to perfection. Rome was not built in one day, and so we go as we progress. We will perfect it and make it work for the Ambazonian people and make Ambazonia great. We need skills. We need skills to build that nation. Skills and vocation will build the nation. And it's not history and geography that will build the nation. We need, don't get me wrong, we need history and geography for historical artifacts and stuff. We need geography for the planning of the land, imagine Cameroon for 64 years, 65 years. Cameroon is 65 years. 65 years. The cities are not planned. The cities are not planned. The houses are not numbered. That is the work of geographers. That is the work of geographers. Geography is important. We will plan our cities. And Mandela, let me shock you. Do you know that there is an allocation in the United Nations for town planning, for mapping? We will map out that land. We will not
Yeah.
allow people to be building anyhow. Development is coming and people are just building anyhow. And then after a while, you come and you break the stuff
Break it.
like that. What is happening,
Mhm.
obtaining in La République de Cameroon? We will not have that. We will not have that. And so we will start Ambazonia with the planning. We will start planning from the villages. We will have industrial zones in the villages. We'll have places
Yes.
where industries have to be set up. We'll have where markets have to be set up. We'll have places where people have residential areas. Not that you mix people with industries and pollution. You pollute the people, you pollute the environment. We will have an industrial section set aside. That is planning. That is mapping. You map the you map out the riverine areas. The riverine areas, you map them and make sure that people don't build on rivers, on river banks. And when the rivers come, a disaster comes. The rivers flood, people get, the washed away, people get killed, and so on and so forth. So we will do a proper town planning. And so the education of Ambazonians is key. Like our leader of War of Independence said before he was taken in, nobody will be left out in our education. There is nobody. All young and old will be educated. All the people, all the old men that they think that they're old, 70 years, will go back to school and do something. When you stop reading, when you stop using this mind starts degrading. This mind starts, decaying. And so
Yeah.
when your mind is active, you live long. You live long.
Yeah.
And that's why we recommend that even you are on retirement, let your brain work, do something, get your brain working. And so
Yeah.
will make the educational arena operative. It will not be something that we will be talking. It will not be a far-fetched thing. It will be a reality that will build Ambazonia. We need engineers. We need telecommunication experts. We need so many experts that we need to rebuild that land. We need to rebuild that land and make it an El Dorado, and make it an admirable place, and give that place a place of refuge too for some people. We will not be the last, don't get me wrong. We will not be the last to be independent in the world, to fight for our independence. And so we have to prepare that land like you, Manajala. Americans prepared that land for you, and you are
Yeah.
enjoying it now. And many other people who are in other lands, that enjoying the fruits of the people who prepared that land so that people
Yeah.
can come there and get refuge. And so Ambazonia will be a refuge place. Ambazonia will be a place of reference where people will come there. We will create an educational, what we are calling it, educational tourism. We'll create an educational tourism. Like America has created Harvard. People want to go to Harvard. And when Trump came, he made Harvard a jewel, by restricting foreign nationals from coming to Harvard. We will make another Harvard in Ambazonia. We'll create Ambazonia a destination of educational tourism and other tourism destinations for the people of the world. That is the package we have for our education. And I thank you so much, Ambazonians. I will call on Ambazonians. There are so many millionaires and billionaire Ambazonians. Invest in this land. Invest in this land. The fruits will speak to your generation. They will speak to all who need help. Invest in Ambazonia. Take your billions, invest in Ambazonia. Take your millions, invest in Ambazonia. Let's build a place that we will be proud to make it a home for every citizen of the world. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. God bless ACN TV. I want to thank the technicians behind our cameras for the great work they're doing to bring these programs to our people. I want to thank all who advocate for our independence. I want to thank our partners all over the world who want us to be free and give Ambazonians an Eldorado. Thank you so much, Manajala. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too. Oh, Reverend John, thanks a lot. Thank you very much for this education, this knowledge. Yes, we are so proud. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of Ambazonians. I'm proud of the AGOFC, the ADF, oh Lord, the IGs for all this. And Papa, I say thank you and bye for now. But I want to see you next time. You're going to be here. You are here all the time now. You come and let's talk. Let's educate our people. Let's give courage to our people. Let them know what we are fighting for. We're not just fighting because we want to fight. We want our country to be better for everybody. Everybody. So thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Manajala. Thank you.
yes, thank you. I would like to thank everybody on Ground Zero. Yes, we've come to the end of this interview. It was very interesting, very educative, and so you all should know what Ambazonian is all about. So thank you, the audience and everybody. If you have anything that you want to add on what Dr. Reverend John just said, please, you can comment down or you write to ACN and tell them your opinion about it right on the this thing and tell us. So we thank you, Ground Zero. Thank you for the lockdown. Thank you for everything that you're doing because we've learned that you all want to be free. And so thank you. God bless. See you next time. See you next time. Pray for me and I will pray for you. That's the Ambazonian way.